I want to answer Serena's about the fermentation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I do is I use my worm farm. My worm leachate is what I use to ferment everything with. You see me? So I feed. So I have this mixture that goes into the worm bed, right? And out comes this heavily biologically active, minerally rich product that the biology has been doing the fermenting with. And then there are other things that we can talk about down the road, which I didn't put in your list of things we're going to be doing. So I'm going to have to, before I'm done here, I'm going to have to update that list again, because I've been doing on my channel, for example, wheat, for example, white rice. I've been using, when I was giving the talk in Fayetteville, Arkansas, the guy who did effective microorganisms, we were talking, the Korean farming. You take rice and you do there's a way to ferment it, and that fermentation is, what's in the rice, right? You can say it. Go ahead. Rice.
The lactic acid bacteria.
There you go. See, that's a specific type of biology. And so when you use wheat, that's a specific type of biology. I've discovered that wheat takes longer to be broken down by the biology, and rice is instantly rice is instantly absorbed by the biology. Instantly, they get it. It's major. They double, they triple. And what makes it work is that you have a way. I bubble everything. I ferment and bubble them all together. Doubles.
Cooked rice, guys, not the raw rice. Andy, you got to be more specific, brother. Oh, yeah, dribble. But yeah, guys, you can take, the rock itself, or you can powder it, and it's the same with a seed, like your rice grain. If you cook it, it turns it to more mushy. It's more bioavailable. The biology can get in and eat it, where the raw rice it can't. So just to make sure people understand, it's that broken down part already.
Yeah,
it's composted by cooking it, because you're breaking the cell structure apart.
So there are other things that I use. So I like making sprouts. So you have filtered water. You soak the sprouts overnight. So we have this fermented product that comes from the sprouts. People throw that away. So when I was in my youth, I was with a guy named Victor Konvinskas. He wrote a book, Survival in the 21st Century, which everybody should get. And he calls it Rejuvelac, because the seed, what happens, that liquid is the most important part. Because remember, you talk about it a lot. When your seed have within them, that's why you don't feed the seeds to grow, because they have everything they need, all the minerals, everything they need when they release it, right? So when they release it into the water, you drink that, or you can use it to ferment other products with it, right? And that's very interesting, and that's what you want. If you don't ferment it, then you're missing out on the way Mother Nature ferments stuff easily. I can easily turn milk into, it ferments, right? The milk does it all by itself. The only problem with milk I'm having is that fat is heavily absorbs chemicals, heavily absorbs toxins. Even an organic,
we need that fat for our brains.
And we're getting it toxins,
really,
right? I was reading about this 13-year-old kid who died of dementia. Right. So it's not an age it's not an age. It has to do with cadmium, mercury, lead, arsenic. These are things that are heavily absorbed by fat. And when we eat something with that fat, it goes straight to our brains. And the body goes, okay, I'm done. Right?
Well, our brains need that fat. So, it goes straight to our brains to feed our brains. But if you're drawing in, all of these heavy metals with it, that's where there's a serious issue.
Because, it's not like mercury, lead, calcium, mercury are bad. We get them in super duper trace amounts.